Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome to the third episode of our South Sydney Rabbitohs career mode here on Rugby League Live 4. And today we're kicking things off with an away game at the Newcastle Knights, the McDonald Jones Stadium in the Hunter against the Knights. And in this coach career mode so far, they've picked up a win already, which is crazy. And I'm expecting them to be a team that doesn't make the top 8, but I have a feeling they'll actually pick up a lot more wins than they do in real life because the simulation seems to be a little bit out of whack, to be honest with you. And the Knights winning a game in the season, let alone a game in the first two, is pretty crazy. So, yeah, we're going to go into this game expecting a win, although the Knights do have a decent team. Obviously, Dane Gagai plays for Newcastle United, a player that is joining the South Sydney Rabbitohs in real life, and a player that I will be looking at getting when the recruiting opens in June. So that is a player for sure we'll definitely be looking at bringing in. I think it'll be a great addition to the team. But we go into this game pretty much expecting a win, but we don't start off well at all and knock on inside our own 30. And as a result of that, the Knights are on the front foot, and it's poorly, big poorly just crashing over here to make it 4-0 to the Newcastle Knights. Not the best start against the Knights in the first 16 or so minutes, just fending, I believe, Greg Inglis there, just getting over him pretty much. Too easy for him, and it's going to be Trent Hodkinson to make the extra 2 points. He's going to convert that right in front. You expect him to convert it every day of the week. But this, for us, is pretty much a team that we expect to be beating. And the first, 20 minutes or so, we're under pressure, similar to the game against the West Tigers that we had. Luckily there, that was a knock-on, because the player did end up grounding it. But fortunately for us, we got out of that one. Cody Walker here with a fantastic run, blitzing through everyone. Sean Kennedy-Dale giving me a bit of pressure there to the end of the run, but it was a fantastic bit of work. If you go back and actually watch Farah's pass to Cody Walker, it was perfectly timed and enabled Cody Walker to run pretty much the entire field and score a fantastic try to get us back in this game. Great work from Farah and Cody Walker as well. Farah's been really good for us this season so far. In the first couple of games, he has been really outstanding out of the hooker position. And we do have Damien Cook on the bench as a second hooker. So, yeah, we have been using him as well. And here he is, speaking of Damien Cook, a fantastic line break. And he's away. And don't you dare underestimate Damien Cook's speed. That's Sean Kennedy-Dale trying to catch him again. I believe that's Sean Kennedy-Dale. And Cook gets over the line. Another line break. Another long running try. And this time it's the number 14. As you can see, it says he's playing prop because he actually does come on as a prop off the interchange. I don't control the interchanges. I've got the automatic interchanges going so far. I don't know if I'll take control of that or not. And yeah, he comes on as a prop. So him and Farah are both on. He comes on for, I believe, Zane Musgrove. And as you can see, it paid off that time. Moving on to the second half, you'll notice that the lighting actually changed. Not sure what happened here. It's only for one of the highlights. The lighting just completely changing. As you can see, I'm not sure what exactly happened. Maybe the lights went out for a little bit in the stadium and we didn't have lights. I don't know. I can't explain that to you. But we continue going through the motions now with a lead against the Newcastle Knights. So, yeah, once we get in the lead, I like hanging on to the leads. And I think I do a pretty good job at it. And as you can see, at full time, we do end up picking up the 12-6 win against the Knights. Not as much as I'd like to be beating the Knights by, but it was a decent enough effort for me. With 60% of the possession, we completed 13 of 14 sets. Cody Walker was the best player on the field with Farah right behind him. So, yeah, as you can see, like I'm saying, Farah is performing really well. As much as I like Cook in real life, I think Cook's the better hooker in real life. In this game, Farah is performing. We move on to the second game at ANZ Stadium in a massive clash. Rabbitohs and Roosters, what a rivalry. Two massive clubs in the NRL with such rich histories on both sides of the field, and this is a game that we want to win for pride's sake. The Roosters in real life have turned out to be a fantastic team this season. Pearce and Keary, that combination has been absolutely phenomenal for them, and this is a real test for us because I really believe that even in the simulation, even in our career mode, that the Roosters will probably be ahead of us come the end of the season by quite a bit. I think they have a really good team in this game as well. So this is a great challenge for us. We're definitely coming in as the underdogs, and we hope that we can possibly pull out a cheeky 2 points here against the Sydney Roosters. But it's always going to be a tough clash. Like I said before, their team pretty much all around in every position, they've got really great players. And we're just looking to compete with them. As you can see, the first 20 minutes was a cagey first 20 minutes. And we go for a kick here with Cody Walker. I guess charged down by Napa. I'm not sure if that actually counts as a charge down or not, but I don't know how that wasn't a knock on. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was a legitimate charge down. Napa gets the Roosters on the front foot. A great inside play there from Pierce, and I thought that might have been actually the try right there, but our defense is hanging on. Friend is going to play it from dummy half. He plays it to the right, and it's a fantastic bit of play. I'm not sure if that pass needed to be made, the second pass into Orbison, but it was made, and Orbison just goes straight through, and it is a try for the Sydney Roosters, and they go 4-0 up after 20 minutes. And yeah, it was really off of the back of that play by Napa, the technical charge down. Not sure it actually was, but it is a try for the Sydney Roosters. And it's going to be Michael Gordon to take the conversion. Back in his day, one of the best converters in the league. He's still pretty good right now, but yeah, definitely not the same percentage he had back in the day. But it's a pretty easy shot. You'd expect him to make it. Actually swings it to the right, hits the post, and it doesn't go over. And he fails the conversion. Gordo, what are you doing? And the Roosters did not let up from there. They kept the pressure on us here in the first half. While they were performing well, they just blasted the shit out of us. They did not give us a chance to breathe in this first half. I mean, Keary there, a fantastic offload. He was given the dummies off. I didn't know if he was going to pass it or not. Eventually, we wrapped him up, and not well enough. He got the offload off to Jake Friend, who just palmed the shit out of Sam Burgess, by the way. You're going to see it in the replay. But it is Friend who goes over for the try, the hook. Hey, look at Burgess. Bang. Just gets absolutely ruined by Jake Friend. And this time it's time for Michael Gordon to make amends for that first conversion and get his first conversion of the game and make it a 10-0 lead for the Roosters. This is even probably an easier shot, I think, than the first one, so this is for sure going in. He just calms himself down, makes it a 10-0 lead going into the second half, and the Roosters off to a fantastic start, making it very hard for us to get back into this game, and defensively as well, they were on point. It just felt like we weren't going to do them. Reynolds here goes for the cheeky grabber on the last play, and a really long delay for the try call. He doesn't even go to the bunker, and he just gives it a try. I want to see the replay of that because that one looked a little fishy. The grubber was cheeky, but it took so long for the fireworks to go off and for the try to be called that you'd think it would go to the bunker. Reynolds with a cheeky grubber here on the last play. He slides in, and does he get it over the line? I'm not quite sure. Let's have a look at it. He slides in. No, it's not over the line. Then he goes for a second effort. Now, is that technically double movement? Because if he's not getting tackled, is it still double movement? I'm not sure he had a defender on him when he went for the second effort. And I'm not sure. I'm not really savvy with every single rule in the NRL. So that'll be an interesting one. If he slides in like that, if he hasn't been tackled in yet, does he have the right to go and make a second effort at the try line? That's the question. Nevertheless, he converts his own try, makes it 6-10, and we knock it on to give the Roosters the field advantage again, and that was really the problem here in the second half. We do get a late offload here on the last play of the game, but as you can see, it just isn't enough. The field position for the Roosters throughout the entire game was fantastic. They kept us in our own 20. We barely got into their half, and it just wasn't the performance that we were looking for. And overall, you can see the Roosters completing 15 of 15 sets. That is crazy. At the end of the day, like I said, going into this game, the Roosters are a team that I would expect to be in the top 8 at least, if not fighting for the top 4 positions come the end of the season. So no real shame in losing to them. As you can see, they are on 3 wins and 1 loss. We're at 2-2 at the moment, so not the worst. I'll keep saying that. If not the worst is like the best way to describe our season at the moment. The Broncos, if we could take a look at some of the other teams, the Broncos are 1 win, 3 losses at the moment. The Sea Eagles, 4 out of 4 losses. That is nuts. The Sharks only have a win. The Dragons only have a win. The Storm have repaired their first 2 losses with 2 wins, so they're back on the up. At the moment, the Raiders are untouchable. The Warriors are up there. The Bulldogs, the Eels. So some teams that really probably shouldn't be in the top 4 are in the top 4. And the ladder at the moment just isn't making a lot of sense to me. Maybe it'll level out come the end of the season. Maybe it won't. And hopefully we're in the mix fighting for a top 8 position come the end of the season. If we keep going the way we are with 1 win and 1 loss throughout the entire season, we probably will be missing out. So we want to get a couple more wins on the board. So far, the settings and stuff seem to be okay. I think it's a pretty even game on the setting that we're at right now. Maybe I'll bump up the difficulty to Pro come into the future. And then 10-minute halves, I don't want to increase that because then everybody's scores are going to go way through the roof. At the moment, we're going to have to keep it on 10-minute halves. These scores are going to have to be like this, guys. But overall, I still hope that you guys are enjoying the videos. If you did enjoy today's video and you haven't left it a like yet, definitely go ahead and do so, and subscribe if you haven't already done so to keep up to date with the content on the channel. Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy today's video. I hope you had a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.